Hello and welcome back to the continued reading of The Puzzle, A Gift from Spirit with Kelly Allen. Today I'm going to be reading the chapter that I've titled, I Am versus Living the What If Reality. And as always, I start out with some quotes. The minute you settle for less than you deserve, you get even less than you settled for. Maureen Dowd. When I look back on all the worries, I remember the story of the old man who said on his deathbed that he had had a lot of troubles in his life, most of which had never happened. Winston Churchill. Pitiful is the person who is afraid of taking risks. Perhaps this person will never be disappointed or disillusioned. Perhaps she won't suffer the way people do when they have a dream to follow. But when the person looks back, she will hear her heart. Paul Coelho. 20 years from now, you'll be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds in your sails, explore, dream, discover. Mark Twain. I am living the what if reality. How much time do we all spend imagining all the possible case scenarios that might play out in our future? How much time do we spend in consideration of how life could be different if we had said or done things differently in the past? Much of our present time is spent in the past and or the future. For most of us, we spend a great deal of time thinking about how tomorrow will go. We think about the conversations we'll have, the work we'll perform, the choices we'll make, etc. And we play out a myriad of what-if scenarios. Have you ever noticed how much time is spent in a state of worry, and how much of the case scenarios are focused on possible negative outcomes? How much of our lives are spent in worry about situations that never arise? How much better could things have gone if we were able to project only positive outcomes? Thoughts have wings, as the Rosicrucians say, and all the negative energy we project out in a worry-filled anticipation can only have negative impact on the course of events as they unfold. Not only that, it only takes a toll on our health. The good news is that the opposite is also true. When we project positive energy by visualizing the best case scenarios and the best outcomes, we are actually sending a message to the universe to align itself to deliver that very thing. Suddenly circumstances seem to magically transpire and we experience, quote, coincidental meetings and happenings that support positive outcomes. So long as we stay inspired, or in spirit, we experience continued forward and upward momentum. As we do so, we can use the progress and the apparent miraculous manifestations to continually launch us onward and upward with trust and confidence that all our needs will be met and exceeded according to our ever-strengthening faith. In addition to spending time in anxious worry about tomorrow, how many of us spend hours upon hours of our lives reliving and thereby re-experiencing the past? We review days past and dedicate time to remembering our actions, the actions of others, and conversations we engaged in. We wonder, what could we have done, or should we have done differently? All too often we carry our mistakes from the past and our perceived failures into the present and declare it as our present identity. However, when we allow the positive voices of our past to speak to us and inspire us in the present, and we allow the lessons learned from our history to empower us, the past and the present collide in amazing potential and support of what is our infinite now. I have literally heard people say, I've tried to be an entrepreneur in the past and it didn't work out. Here's the interesting part. They then switch from the past tense of speaking to the present tense and say, I'm a failure, or I can't get a break, or even I can't do anything right. Do you see what they've done? They've recalled an experience from the past, or a perceived failure from the past, and attached it to their present identity. Not only that, they'll take this identity and project it into their future, preventing the possibility of future success. What if they took their experiences and maintained them as an affirmation in the past tense? For example, in the past I tried opening and operating a business and it didn't work out. However, in the present tense, the same person could say, today though, I've learned a great deal from my experience and I'm much wiser now. The same person can also project into the future saying, as I move forward, I take my experiences and wisdom with me, and this increases my chances of success. You see, with this attitude, the past loses its negative grip and becomes rather a positive influence. What if we could take it a step further and identify with the successes that we project in the future, right now, in the present? The exciting news is that we can. Before I get into this very far, let me also address another key point. In the previous example, you can see that it is possible to take the positive experiences from our past and bring them into the present. Although it's not advisable to reside in the satisfaction of past growth and achievements in a place of complacency that prevents further onward and upward momentum, I highly recommend that you can and do allow your successes to empower you toward continued progress. Also, by reflecting on all past victories, successes, and achievements, we can stand in the present with an understanding that I am capable, I am successful, I am empowered, I have integrity, I can and do love, etc. What's important is to not allow the past or the future to rob us of the here and now. We can easily find ourselves spending more of our days living in the past or fearful and anxious of the future than we actually spend on the moment in which we currently exist. In doing so, we rob ourselves of precious time and truly empowered experience. What if we could take our past and our future and use them both not only to enhance our experience in the present, but actually make our here and now be whatever it is we want it to be? Through the law of attraction, this is exactly what we can do, and this is what you and I do every minute of every day. By better understanding how the law of attraction works, we can harness this law and take complete responsibility and control of our individual lives with as much power and happiness as will allow the universe to deliver to us. So where do we begin? Tapping into your passion and recognizing the vast strengths and positive qualities you possess, you can envision the possibilities of the future and declare them as your own in the here and now. If you've successfully completed any formal educational training, you've taken on a project at home or work in which you rose to the occasion in accomplishment, or you've handled a crisis in your life in a way that made you feel more confident, or you've experienced any other of the multitude of possible achievements in your life, you can proclaim the positive qualities in your life that these demonstrate right now. Not only can you stand in the here and now with confidence, but you can also visit the future in vision and in confidence declare it as your own right now. By tapping into your passion and intuiting what it is that will bring you complete and total joy in your life, while maintaining a focus on the highest good of all, you can manifest whatever it is you want to have for a fulfilled and meaningful existence. Like the picture of the house posted on the fridge and the vision board for the attraction facade examples that I'll mention in the next chapter, we need to have a clear vision of what it is that we want to do and we want to become. By clearly envisioning our future, we can claim it in the present and enjoy the excitement and the joy that it brings right now. So what is it that you want to have manifest for you? What is your passion? What is it that you spend your time dreaming about, thinking about, perhaps wishing you could spend more time doing? Remember the exercise of having the younger you write a letter to the present you? What would have you waking each morning in excitement to start your day? Whatever it is, what is keeping you from it? Is it anxiety or fear? If so, you are living in the future, and it's not a pleasant one. You are imagining an outcome that you are allowing to control and negatively impact your present. Perhaps you are reflecting upon learning experiences and perceiving them as failures, thereby allowing your past to also control and negatively impact your present. With the past and the future pressing in on both sides, no wonder you live with stress, anxiety, and lack of contentment in the here and now. What if you made a conscious decision to only allow the positive experiences from the past influence your present identity and self? Then you can reflect upon your passion and your calling, and then you could begin visioning your future empowered self living with the dream you thought you had given up. And what if you began to feel the joy and the fulfillment of the future you project to such a degree that you become motivated by the excitement you feel at the possibility? Now here's the part that should really get your blood pumping. What if Spirit, God, the universe, desired the manifestation of your passion and dreams and conspired to support it for you? The great news is that this is exactly what happens. When you begin to act on your passion and you move from a place of negativity into one of a positive and joy-filled experience, you actually begin to fulfill your highest purpose of being, and you will see the law of attraction in the universe support you. In doing so, you'll become an inspired and inspirational example and able to allow the blessings of life and living to move through you and touch others. If you're ready to get started on your own transformative paradigm shift, there are a few simple and fun tasks that I recommend you do. First, I recommend you make a list of the things that excite you most. Whether it's things you do for a hobby, such as golf, photography, fishing, whatever it may be, and place the things you love the most at the top of the list. Then make a list of the people you admire the most and take special note of their profession and what it is that they do that you most appreciate. Oftentimes you'll find that the professions you admire greatly are closely related, if not an exact match, to your own passions. Next, write down the qualities you possess that you believe would make you good at doing what it is you admire that others are doing. Finally, locate pictures that best represent what it is that would provide you with a joy-filled and fulfilled life, and then use them to create a vision board. You can pick up a trifold board at a local office supply or craft store, the kind of board that's used for science fairs and other projects. Tape or glue as many pictures as you like to the board. Take extra care to find pictures that especially resonate with you and most excite you. When you look at these images, you should identify with them and see them as representative of you, not in the future, but now. Enjoy the feeling of the images as you see yourself already in the role that they represent. Feel the excitement of starting each day in this capacity. Embrace the joy of doing what you love and having it provide your needs while providing opportunity for you to bless your family, friends, and those in need. Bask in the satisfaction and fulfillment of the new life you now enjoy. Then watch as you see the way you look at the world change the world you see. Experience the magic as the things you would once have called coincidences become ordinary. As you become accustomed to continuous affirmations that the universe is indeed conspiring to support your passions, your dreams, and your joy, you shift the consciousness of your past and future from working against your present to positively sustaining and supporting you now in the I am. I am successful. I am empowered. I am happy and fulfilled. I am filled with joy.